Hi, this is Hank Hanegraaff, president of the Christian Research Institute and host of the Bible Answer Men broadcast with another Hank Unplugged short. I was sitting in my office this morning looking at yesterday's edition of USA Today, and on the front page is an article that's titled "Millions Giving Up on Organized Religion." And this article, of course, as many articles have in the recent past, are writing about the nones, people that have no religious affiliation. They're talking about this sea change that is taking place in our culture. Something is replacing organized religion, and that something is hard to define. They say that it can manifest as a devotion to nature, meditation, yoga, political activism, but it's all a replacement for what is called organized religion. Many of those who have no religious affiliation are telling pollsters that they still believe in a higher power, maybe even a biblical God, but on their own individualistic terms. And so today, as many as 70 million Americans are now leaving the church and identifying as having no religious affiliation. They want to believe in something that's greater than themselves, but they don't want to be tied down to a hierarchy or to a church organization. Many are saying they get more from yoga than sitting in a church pew, saying prayers that they simply don't believe in. And then the article also talks about how the pandemic may have exacerbated the problem. People get out of the habit of going to church and eventually see that they enjoy their lives a whole lot more having broken that habit. Well, the truth of the matter is that church is never optional. What is needed is to find the mystery inherent in church. A mystery that can be found nowhere else, because church is the sphere within which union of people with the one that created them is accomplished. I oftentimes quote Saint Cyprian of Carthage, who said that no one can have God for his father who does not have the church for his mother. And that ought to be a self-evident truth. Because it is through the church that God's saving power is mediated to the whole of our humanity. So while the article talks about Lone Ranger spirituality, Christianity knows nothing of the sort. The church is the center of the universe. The church is the place where union with God takes place in this present life. A kind of union that will be consummated in the age that is to come after the resurrection of the dead. The church, well, it is the reincarnation of Eden. It's the place in which you and I can access the tree of life, replete with its eucharistic bounty. It's in the church that we receive the graces that transform us, that satisfy our deepest needs. But it's never done in isolation. It's always done in community. And perhaps that's one of the reasons that in the dire situation that faces America in the present, there are many people who are now leaving churches with four walls and a sermon and walking into places of worship that aren't about an individualized experience. They're about an overall transformation that takes place in community. Not about a transactional faith, but a transformational faith. The only kind of faith that ultimately will satisfy our deepest longings. So long for now.